When I was growing up in DC, tags and graffiti burners were the voice of the people, often unacknowledged in a segregated city. But now the 14th Street Graffiti Museum is giving people an opportunity to curate the culture of street art.
Hey, how you
what's going on, man?
brother? I'm 19, man.
Good to meet you, Carlton.
brother.
How are you?
Hi, I'm
Carlton.
Nice
Oh yeah, what have you guys come up with? The funny is, I don't know anything about the street art scene in DC.
Yeah.
We saw it growing up. It was a part of the scape of where we live, but I didn't know anything about like a culture.
It's very much about, being a younger person and having to express yourself. You have to.
Sita Sideli, also known as Miss Che Love, paints the walls of DC with works of art that reflect her past, focusing on powerful women of color and indigenous cultures.
DC in the 80s was Chocolate City. This whole underground movement of graffiti, punk rock, the whole hip hop movement too was bubbling up. So I mean, for myself and Shay, we were like kids coming up in the era.
As for 19, he's a cultural virtuoso who has a passion for telling stories, whether it's through tagging or film.
What I think is cool about my trajectory as an artist is really just coming up through graffiti art, being through this, DIY ethos, just understanding that everything that you want to make, you have to make yourself. DC, on all aspects is a blend of so many different layers,
Yeah.
from downtown, the government, the Smithsonian Institution, to Anacostia, the Potomac. It's a blend of so much. Graffiti for me was that conduit to just really explode myself into large scale. You have to think about timing, you have to work really
100%.
fast. You have to think about where you are, you have to think about what time you're there. Even just understanding scale, letter forms, color, balance, what can be read from a distance, what can be read from a train that's moving, what can be read on a wall where a train is passing by that you're literally going like this and seeing like in sections. How can you play with that?
It's incredible that DC graffiti is becoming a respected art form in the community, standing for freedom and creativity, reshaping the identity of the district.
So give it a try. There you go. You got it. Yeah. So did you have a tag growing up when you were in Southeast? Did you ever?
No, I never tagged.
Really? Did you have a nickname?
I was very affectionately known as White Boy, and it was never an insult. It was actually a term of endearment.
Really?
I was the lightest guy in my neighborhood.
Okay.
Just call me White. And my name's not very cool. Carlton's not a very good name, hence why I needed a nickname. The name Carlton does not give you a lot of street cred. No one's intimidated by a guy named Carlton, no matter how big I am.
Hey.
You're so much better at this than I am.